Hello and welcome to the devotions for Thursday the 5th of October. Yesterday I was at my son's house, or at least it's the house he used to live in. It's now empty as he has moved on, and I was waiting for King's Church in Darlington to come and collect some furniture for their furniture scheme. Now, as I was waiting, they gave me a 3-hour window, and obviously they came at the end of the 3-hour window. I was just sat waiting. No Wi-Fi, no TV, nothing at all. So it was extremely quiet in the house, almost painfully quiet. But as I sat and listened, there were noises outside. I could hear cars going past. The house is in a village, but it's quite a busy village in as much as traffic cutting through. So there was cars, I could hear lorries and vans, I could hear the occasional trundle of a tractor as it is surrounded by farmland. And then behind all of that, I could hear birds tweeting as well. But it got me thinking, what noises would I have heard at the beginning of the last century? Cars? I doubt it very much. Lorries? No. Tractors? Probably not. The clip-clop of hooves and carts going by, yes, I would have heard those. I may well have heard the farmhands shouting as they got sheep or possibly cows along the road as they were travelling between farms. Inside the house, definitely no Wi-Fi or TV, but there would probably been somebody possibly baking bread, doing the washing, all without electricity. Times move on, and we live in a very, very noisy world, and it's sometimes difficult to find quiet. And then I thought, how have our churches changed since the beginning of the last century? Again, they've probably got electric in them now and heating, unlike at the beginning of the 1900s. Most of them are in the 21st century and have speakers, microphones, screens, projectors, and if you go to Lanchester, we can even be live streamed as well. Times move on. Sadly though, in our circuit, most of our churches don't have a Sunday school anymore. The children that we have contact with come to other events in our buildings. We have many uniformed organisations meeting on our premises across the circuit. We have messy churches and bouncy churches. We have summer holiday clubs. And across the circuit, there's a few teams that go into schools with Open the Book. And with that, we can easily reach 800 at least children a week. Times move on. The way that we share God's story is very different to the way it may have been shared 100 or so years ago. That we are actually going out to people to share it rather than expecting them to come to us. Times move on. But the wonderful thing is that whilst the way we share God's story is different, the way we present it is different, God's story always remains the same. God is always the same. He is there with us as we go into the schools, as we welcome people to our lunch clubs, to our friendship groups, to our cell groups. God is there, but he knows that the way we share him has moved on. The story remains the same, but the way we share it is different. God bless.